Hey, now, kamusta? Did you enjoy your session one video? A lot of learnings. Well, session two, we're gonna talk about specific management theories. Yung unang lesson, if we go back as a review, it's about what? Things a leader should possess. Things that a manager should know. Tapos, ang session two right now, we're gonna begin. We're gonna learn about um, what are the different theories of management. Okay? So, in other words, we're going to learn what are the things that a manager should do in terms of following tested systems and process. How do you use the POC in a real organization based on experts' suggestions? So, magdedepende na tayo sa mga genius na inventor ng management systems or proseso. Yan ang week 2. Okay, and this again is our content standard for the whole quarter. It's just the same. They all have the same requirements. Performance standard, again, we're going to learn how to apply the management theories. Let's go back to my second video for session. That is session. Same learning competencies, because this is for the whole week. When we talk about session 1, that means the first topic sa first day natin. Session 2, second topic sa second day ng the week. Ganun lang siya. So, pareho lang. Ang pagkaiba yung page ng book kasi ibang topic. So, nasa page 13 na tayo. So, that's 2, 13, 15, and 25 ng book natin. And again, review the activity output. Here's the template. This was discussed. That's the rubric that was discussed. Go to session 1 video. And let's discuss. So this is our lesson. Now, if you go to the link on your lecture, try to watch the video about Sara Duterte's instruction on classroom decoration. Watch that. Pause this video, go back to the clip and watch it. Okay, a link was sent on the lecture and then go back here. Okay, let's be efficient. This is part of your training, so go to the video. Now, debit order number 21. At ito, nakabalita din ito. And it says there, take out everything on the wall and let learners focus on their studies. VP Sara, or Education Secretary Duterte said. Actually, may kakasuhan daw yung teacher na hindi lininis yung room. Diba? So, yan. Question. Let's check your thoughts. What do you think is the reason behind the directive? You can read all the articles and come up with a conclusion. Self-learning yan, ha? Gawin nyo. Last, kailan nyo matuto? Remember? If you were a teacher, how would you interpret the directive? Oh, pagpunta ka sa social media, iba-iba yung reaction. Blah, 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 blah. Dapat hindi, dapat oo. Read that. Kikita nyo yung damdamin ng iba't ibang teachers. Some teachers says, very good, nakakatipid ako, wala na akong decoration. Yung iba, ay, paano sa elementary, kailangan nila ng repetition, visualization, etc. You will learn from their logical reasoning. So try searching the news about this topic and see, how does it affect the education system? Of course, why is this introduction? Why is this part of your learning or review or presenting new lesson? It's because of what? We want to understand what? Management styles and theories. ang next topic natin? Ayan siya. Meron tinatawag na classical management theories. Yan, yung tatlong magagaling na mga inventor ng classical management theories. Actually, tatlong set yan eh. Yung modern, hindi ko na tinalakay eh, kasi foundational lang ang kailangan natin malaman. Actually, itong tatlo pa lang ay okay na, pero meron pang susunod na isang batch. That's for session 3. But let's focus on today's lesson, session 2. So these are the main proponents or tinatawag na inventor na classical management theories. Ibig sabihin, classical basic foundation. Ang pangalan at itsura ni Frederick Taylor yan, ha? Wrong spelling, Taylor. At Henry Fayol at Max Weber. Meron silang kanya-kanyang mga teorya o konsepto o kaalaman tungkol sa management. At binagsagan sila ng ganito. Si Sir Frederick ay scientific ang kanyang approach. Si Henry ay administrative, meaning meron mga system sa pagkikilos ng tao bilang isang organisasyon. Si Max Weber naman merong bureaucratic organization ang approach niya. Okay, meron tinatawag ng mga sinong boss. Let's discuss. Una, CMT, meaning Classical Management Theories. Let's talk about Frederick Taylor. His emphasis is on scientific determination in finding the best way for workers to fulfill their job assignment to them. Tinatawag na time and motion study. Gustong-gusto ko to kasi isa siya sa mga pinag-aralan ko sa master's degree in business administration sa Adventist University of the Philippines at favorite subject ko yung time and motion study. Makikita nyo, class, evident yan na favorite ko to. Bakit? Ako yung teacher, pati mga faculty alam nila to, na meron lagi akong timeline and deadline. Ang paniniwala ko, you can only achieve your goal if you know time management. You can only eliminate waste if you know time management. Time and motion study. Kaya lagi may time frame, etc. Maraming tao hindi sila naniniwala sa style ko. Pero sa totoo lang, pag pre-practice nila to, magiging masaya sila katulad ko. May less stress. Kaya nga pinakatampo ko sa DepEd ay lagi may paggagawa last minute. Hindi yun management theory. So, siyempre, hindi mo masisisi, hindi naman sila BSBA graduate o MBA. Ibang field sila. Pero sa mga BSBA na kabatch ko, sa mga nag-aral ng business administration, we know the secret for success is time and motion study. Okay? At isa sa mga founder niyan ay si Frederick Taylor. Yan. So, pag sinabing time and motion study, just go to the lecture. I'm gonna focus on life application. So, kasi bawat kilos natin ay meron equivalent na energy o gumagamit siya o gumugugol siya ng oras. Okay? At ang isang manager ayon kay Frederick Taylor ay kailangan huwag kang magsayang ng oras mo. Halimbawa, ang pagsaserox ng 10 pages, it will only take 5 minutes. Yan. Calculated yan. Para ang travel from Baguio to Angeles, it only takes around 3.5 hours. Given the constant na walang traffic, dadaan ka sa expressway, 3.5 hours. And with the speed of 100, 3.5 hours. Yun ang ayon sa time and distance motion study. Pag lumampas ka ng 3.5 hours, naging 4 hours or 5 hours, meron na siya natawag na wasted resources. Yan ang sinasabi ni Frederick Taylor. Ibig sabihin, hindi na effective or efficient yung pagdadrive mo papunta Baguio Kasi umabot ka ng 6 hours na samantalang 3.5 hours lang. Oh, na-try ko na. 3.5 hours na walang traffic sa expressway. Pwede siya, 3.5. Ang ako minsan ng UV Express. Follow coaster mo kanya naman. Gabi, 3.5 hours. Ito naman. So, motion study. Yan. Okay? Sabi niya, kada kilos mo ay kailangan nakaakma sa standard na oras. Yan lang. And this is for workers' productivity, not for the management. It's for the rank and file. So, yun ang foundation ni Frederick Taylor, scientific approach. See, sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi siya nagpo-focus sa mismong organization, but yung tao mismo, okay, na nagtatrabaho doon, nakafocus yung kanyang management theory, yung kanyang konsepto. He is called the scientific father of scientific management because he believed that organizations should study the task and develop precise procedures for each individual. It has to be calculated. Okay, mamaya, papakita ko yan. Basahin muna natin to. The result was an amazing, imagine, yung 47.5 tons per day instead of mere 12.5 tons, each worker had to be averaging. In addition, he redesigned the shovel. So, ang ginawa niya, kasi yung nagtatrabaho, kasi na-invento ito sa pagmimina. Halimbawa, pag-construct ng bahay, yung ordinaryong example, pag-construct ng bahay. So, gumagawa ka ng bahay, kulkul, 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 kulkul. Kaso yung paalam mo malatiya. Ilan beses ka mangulkul? 100 siguro. Pero sabi ni Frederick Taylor, hoy, palitan ko yung paalam mo. Lalakihan ko. So, sa halip na 100 kang kakaganyan, magiging what? 25 na lang. So, yung motion mo, na ulit-ulit, humaba yung oras, nagiging mas maiksi. Time and motion. Mas productive, mas mabilis yung trabaho, at, may sound na yan? At yung company ay kikita. Yun ang time and motion study. Kaya nga, parang yung isang ordinary typist. Dapat, di ba, pag nagka-type ka, you should have an average of 45 words per minute. Yun ang basic skill ng nag-encode. Eh ikaw, nakaka-type ka ng isang sentence, isang oras. You fail Frederick Taylor's time and motion study or what you call classical scientific management theory. See? Bakit? Hindi ka scientifically nagtatrabaho. Nag-aaksaya ka ng oras. One sentence, 5 minutes. Samantalang ang standard skill ng tao ay dapat what? 45 words, 1 minute. That's more than one sentence. That's what Frederick Taylor. So, pag nasa rank and file ka, ordinary employee ka, meron required number of what? Hours for a specific task. Pag hindi mo na-meet yun, you are what? Considered what? Not a good performer, not a good employee. Okay? So let's go to Henry Fayol. Yan. Yung second na tao. Okay? Meron siyang dinevelop na 14 principles of management. Now, it's related to the organization. Okay? Yun kay Frederick, it's related to yung tao na sa baba, nagtatrabaho. Kailangan masipag ka at hindi ka petiks. Yan. Si Henry naman ay sinasabi niya, hindi lang sa baba. Consider mo yung boss, manager, anong ginagawa nila. Kailangan sundan nila itong mga prinsipyo na to. At ito'y 14. Gets yun na. So yung una, si Frederick ay focus siya sa employee lang. Si Henry, focus siya sa buong business. Ay, maganda to. Okay. Organized activities. And this is used to in everyday management or businesses. First, so, division of work. Ayan, makinig tayo, klase. at mga makakapakinig ng video na to, whether you're a professional or not, kasi this is gonna be a public video. According to Henry, right, compared to Frederick, employee lang, ito, kailangan the organization, alam niya kung paano i-allocate yung bawat trabaho ng empleyado. Depende sa kanilang skills. Okay? And sabi dito, produce more and better work with the same effort. Dapat what? Kung specialize ka sa welding, doon ka sa welding department, tapos i-apply mo yung Frederick theory, management theory na pag mag-welding ka, the standard is 10 chairs per hour, 10 chairs per hour. O, kino-combine na natin. Sabi si Henry, division of work and specialization procedures, more and better work with the same effort. So, halimbawa, ikaw, dapat ginagawa mo to. Ikaw, ginagawa mo rin ito. Diyan. Ikaw taga-type ka. Jasmine, ikaw taga-print ka. Gawin mo to. Hindi pwedeng gawin ni John mag-print. Ikaw mag-print, siya mag-type. Division of work. Sa group, sa class, ganun din. No? Hoy, ikaw, leader ka, mag-plan ka. Ikaw, secretary, sulat mo yung plan. Hindi pwedeng leader ka, ikaw rin secretary. No, division of work, organization. And that's an management theory. Kaya nga may mga roles yan. Hindi pwedeng pabibo. Kailangan kung magaling ka, grade 11, magaling ka manager, alam mo, hindi ako believe sa leader na sinosolo niya lahat, hindi ka leader. Hindi natututo yung member mo. Division of work. Assign task. Authority and responsibility. Authority is the right to give orders and power to exact obedience. Ito. Pag sinabi sa organization, meron taong in authority na nagsasabi, ito yung gawin mo. Simple lang. Kailangan sundan natin kung hindi magugulo yung organization. Okay? So the as a personal authority based on individual personality, intelligence, experience, authority, responsibility. Okay? So in other words, may boss ka, meron siyang pinapagawa, sinusunod natin, dapat ang boss, responsible din siya sa tamang pag-uutos, okay? Yung tamang instruction, at yung inuutosan o kaya binibigyan ng responsibility at trabaho, sumunod siya doon. Meron na siyang tinatawag na system of following orders. Disiplina. Okay. Dapat may respect sa organization. Important ito. Good discipline requires managers to apply sanctions whenever violation becomes apparent. Okay? So, bilang isang manager, kailangan meron pa rin sa organization, meron disiplina. At pinaparusahan yung mga what? Sabi dito, binibigyan ng sanction yung hindi sumusunod sa mga rules ng organization. Parang sa group natin sa class. Application ng smaller scale. Group kayo, sabi ng leader, yung part mo hindi mo ginagawa. Anong next? So, sumbong kita kay Sir. Kasi kailangan mong gawin. Si Sir magdidisiplina nun. So, meron mga dapat mga rules na sinusunod. Pag hindi mo sinunod, ay may kaukulan sanction. Ngayon, kung ayaw mo ng parusa, ay, halimbawa, employee ka, ayaw mo ng pinaparusahan, pero ang tigas ng ulo, mag-resign ka. Ganun lang, huwag mo nang hintayin na masisira yung organisasyon. Kaya ayaw mo naman sumunod, wala kang disiplina. Kung mapasok ka late sa work, absent ka, wala ka naman ginagawa sa office, mag-absent ka na lang kasi ito yung management theory. Baka dito huwag tayong magtampo, madidisiplinahan ka. Yan ang hindi naintindihan ng mga employees. Pero kayong grade 11, intindihan nyo. Puro ko po. Okay. No. Hindi ka sumusunod sa company rules, hindi ka sumusunod sa leader, meron kaukulan what? Sanctions or kaparusahan or consequences. Unity of command. An employee should receive orders from. Ayan, hierarchy na naman. Unity of direction. Organization activities must have one central authority. So in other words, halimbawa, pag leader ka sa group, ang employee, respeto what? Yung sinasabi ng leader. Ay, kailangan yung classmate hindi grade 11. Kasi marami pag mga professionals hindi nila ginagawa to. Gustong maging president, leader, pero hindi naman sila na-assign na leader. So, pag hindi nasunod yung gusto nila, manggugulo, tapos tinuturo na sa inyo to habang bata pa kayo, na what? Sumunod naman kayo sa mga rules, mga leader. Okay? Not forget. Kasi sabi sa lesson natin, there's unity of command, mayroong taga-sabi, authority na gumawa o mag-implement ng mga gagawin, at yung sinong gagawa siya yung gagawa. Halimbawa, ako na secretary, pero mo yung treasurer, secretary ako. Ang treasurer, direction, unity. Yung kanina, this delegation of parts, division of work. Ganda ng Henry Fayol theories, no? Yet, subordination of individual interest to general interest. The interests of one employee or group of employees are subordinate to the interests and goals of the organization. Lahat tayo sumusunod sa anong goal ng atin organization or group. Okay? So, yung ginagawa natin kilos para ma-achieve yung goal ng group. Enumeration of personal salaries. The prices of salaries rendered by employees should be fair and provided satisfaction to both employee and employer. Ito sa organization. Ito, higher na to. Right? So, halimbawa, trabaho mo ay manager, siyempre iba yung sweldo mo sa ordinary employee. Why? Because of the skills and decision making you have to make. So, dapat talaga nakakama sa trabaho. The more complex your work is that requires decision making and more time to do it, means it can be equivalent to what? More salary. Parang sa ordinary group, sa class. No? So, anong tawag? Pag member ka, pag president ka, you what? You have bigger responsibility compared to secretary. You have decision making compared to secretary. Ganun siya. So, salaries, on the ordinary sense, if you convert it to students, organization, it means that responsibility based on what they assign. Centralization. The objective of centralization is the best utilization of personnel. The degree of centralization varies according to the dynamics of each organization. Ibig sabihin, centralization is what? You allot sa organization kasi mayroon iba't ibang department. Okay? So, may marketing, may accounting, yan. Yung dalawa muna, marami yan. May production, etc. Accounting and marketing muna. So, bakit pag sinabing centralization, ay you only hire people o yung nagtatrabaho sa accounting ay may alam sa accountancy process or theories. Marunong sila mag-handle ng ledger, ng balance sheet. Okay? At doon lang sila work. Tapos may boss sila. Sa marketing, ganun din. Mag-isip ng plan, paano kumita yung product, paano ma-advertise, paano ma-distribute. Meron kanya-kanyang roles. Doon lang sila, hindi pwedeng magkalam or mag-mix. Dito ka, hindi. Centralized. Okay? You want to use the best skills for the job. Scholar chain. Authority exists the highest organization down to the lowest. Meaning, scholar chain, meron organizational chart. Nakikita nyo lagi sa school. Alam mo, sa school, may principal, assistant principal, tapos may mga GLC, coordinators, tapos may mga faculty. Yan ang scholar chain. Rinirespeto natin yun. Parang sa classroom, sinong pinaka-head nyo? Sir, huwag kang tumakbo sa ibang advisor sa ibang room. Masama yun, class. Ang kinakausap nyo lagi, yung advisor nyo lang. Para hindi nagugulo, hindi ka naguguluhan. kung anong gagawin mo. Advisor ang kausapin mo kasi yun ang scholar chain, sabi ni Henry Fayol. Okay? So, pero pag hindi mo bati yung advisor mo, sabihin mo, hindi kita bati, kausapin ko yung kabilang advisor. Then, kailangan ma-address yun properly. Either tatanong nila, resolve nila, bakit anong problema, etc. Pero advisor pa rin. You have to be organized. Alam mo, meron ako student dati, noon. Kasi, hindi ako kinakausap kasi alam niya, kilala ko siya sa biling taman. So, pumunta siya sa isang advisor na doon siya nagpalakas, nag-build ng relationship. Hindi sa ako. Napahamak siya, hindi eh. Bakit? Hindi ko siya natulungan. Eh, hindi ka rin matutulungan ng ibang advisor. Bakit? Wala silang authority sa iyo. Wala silang authority bigyan ka ng award. Yung advisor mo lang. So, kung nagsisik ka ng attention sa ibang advisor, tapos mapapahamak ka, bakit? Eh, hindi ka nagpapakilala sa totoong advisor mo, wala kang award. Kasi wala, hindi. Ganun performance mo. Tutulungan ka ba ng ibang advisor na sasabihin iyo, sa advisor mo na, oy, bigyan mo ng award si ano kasi pumunta siya sa hindi. Nasisira yung scholar chain. Una, yung advisor na isa ay nakikialam ng ibang advisory class, mali yun. Yung bata, tinolerate, salit na madisiplina, mali yun. Scholar chain, ang galing, no? At alam mo yung management theories, hindi mo gagawin yung hindi dapat. Kaya kayo, class, understand. Meron distribution of roles, may scholar chain, yun din na-discuss natin, go back. Because that's the right work ethics, organization ethics. If the people don't follow that, they're called unethical employees. Yeah. Tandaan niyo to, mahalaga to. Paglaki niyo, sundan niyo to, class. Ha? Para hindi ka nagkakagulo, nagkakaroon ng away, okay, nakaka-offend ka ng mga ibang leaders. Order. Organizational order for materials and personnel is essential. The right materials and the right employees are necessary for each organization. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yung parang utot, no? So, anong ibig sabihin ng order? Ako, let's say, teacher ako ng ABM, Organization Management. Eh kaso, favorite ko yung, let's say, basketball. Hindi related sa subject ko. So, nung nagkaroon ako ng meeting ng assistant principal, sabi niya, anong mga materials gagamitin niyo? Sa susulat ko, basketball. Hindi naman related sa subject ko yan. So, maliban sa susulat ko, kailangan ko ng chalkboard, laptop, etc. Lalagyan ko ng basketball. Is that order? No. Sino mag-order ng basketball? PE teacher. Right materials for the right employees. Halimbawa, ako sa company ay, yung secretary ako, kailangan ko ng computer. Basic computer. Magta-type lang yung trabaho ko. Yung kabilang marketing, graphics design, kailangan niya ng higher form of computer. Kasi kailangan niya ng mabilis graphics. So sabi nung secretary, kailangan ko ng Intel i7 with 500 gigabyte. Nag-order siya ng gaming PC. Secretary lang siya, encoder. Tapos yung graphics designer, nag-order siya ng PC for graphics design, higher resolution, video card, etc. Sinong tamang nagsulat ng requirement or equipment? Siyempre, yung graphics designer kasi kailangan niya ng higher speed ng computer. Yung secretary hindi. So, dina-violate ng secretary yung principle of order sa Henry Fayol management theory. Bakit? You only need a basic i3 computer to get a Word document done. Ang ginagawa mo, sinisira mo yung budget ng company para lang makuha mo yung luho mo o yung gusto mo. Which is wrong. Kaya nga we're studying management theories because what? We need what? Organization, order. Equity. The organization's equity is a combination of kindness and justice. Both equity and equality of treatment should be considered when dealing with employees. Equity. Pag sinabing equity, sa madaling sabi ay kung anong gaano kagrabe yung violation mo sa company, yun yung equivalent na parusa. So, wag mo sabihin, ikaw pala absent ka. Bakit may suspende ko? 10 absences ko. Tapos yung kasama mo, yung mag-absent siya rin. Pero 1 absent niya. Ay, pwedeng pareho. Ikaw 10 absences ka, yung kasama mo 1 absence. Tapos sasabihin mo, dapat pareho kami maparusahan. Equal na masuspende alin. Alam mo na, Henry Fayol, hindi yan unfair labor practice. Baka magdemanda kayo sa company niya. Hindi, depende sa gravity ng inyong violation. Equity, equality. Hindi lang equality, dapat equity. Ayon yan sa gravity ng inyong responsibility o kaya stability of tenure of personnel, syempre sa organization. Sabi ni Henry pa yun. Ano? So, to attain the maximum productivity of personnel, a stable workforce is needed. Dapat nagre-regular ka ng employee. Dapat may karapat ka lakip o kasama yung benefits. Pag walang absent, walang late, reward system, may bonus, etc. Tenure person, that's important. Okay. Two, what? Motivate. Make sure employees will stay in your company. Initiative, thinking out a plan, ensuring its success is an extremely strong motivator. Energy, zeal, initiative, and desired at all levels of the organizational ladder. Initiative meaning kusa. Sa manager ka, sa organizations ka, kusa kang nag-isip ng mga bagay na what? Magiging masaya yung employees nyo, magiging masipag, magiging active. Esprit de corps. Dati may damit na to, uso-uso nung 80s, no? Pag meron kang esprit de corps, sikat-sikat ka nun. Mayaman ka, no? It only means teamwork. Ay, ito yung hindi ko naintindihan paminsan sa organization, no? Ito, tinuro ko sa inyo class, grade 11. So, this means it's required. Maraming matatanda, hindi nila ginagawa to. Kasarili, sa organization. 25 years ako sa industry. Grabe ako nakita ng kasariling mga employees ko kasi naging manager ko, assistant to the CEO. Nadabala yung teamwork, makabanas. Yeah? When you go out of your house, ito yung tanda ng klasa. When you go out of your house, kasi sa bahay mo pwede kang maging sarili, mag-solo, ganun gusto mo. Pero once you go out of your territory and you're working in a group, you attend class, teamwork is required. Parang isang teacher ako. Dito, kahit ano gawin ko, oras ko. Pero pag nasa school ako, kailangan kong i-fulfill yung requirement bilang teacher as a team. Like yung deadline ng DLL, pinapas ko. Lesson plan kasi yung teacher nagpapas dapat on time. Ginagawa ko yun. Kaya hindi ako nalalate. O kaya hindi ako nag-skip ng class. Kasi it will reflect what? The senior high school. Sasabihin, tamang yung mga teacher dyan. So bilang isang member, para hindi masira yung senior high school, ginagampanan ko yung role ko. Ganun yung teacher. Sa team, sa business, ganun din. Pag teamwork, like naka-assign, ikaw, sa production ka, gumagawa ka ng, sabihin natin, sapatos. Ang goal mo ay 10. Lahat ng 10 employees siya 10. Yung ginagawa niyong sapatos. At sa team, 10 yung nakaatapos mo. Kasi yung isa 10. Tapos ikaw 5. It's unfair. Mababayad naman yung mga ibang principles ni Henry Fayol sa taas. Mababiolate din yung principle ni Frederick na time in motion. 10 yung required, 5 yung ginagawa. See? Work teams and extended face-to-face verbal communication encourage teamwork. Siyempre, as a management process, in order for the team to work, or there's gonna be teamwork, meron proper communication. Ito yung expectation. Manager ka dapat sinaset mo yung goal proper. Okay? Nandito na tayo sa Max Weber. Max Weber ba yung kanina? Go and post this. Okay, let's now go to Max Weber, yung pangatlo. Okay na tayo. Natapos na natin yung 14 management theories ni uh, Henry Fayol. Now, yung pangatlo, ito na siya. Pangatlo ay si Max Weber. Si Max Weber, ayaw na ayaw niya yung personalan sa organization. Sabi niya, kung isa-summarize natin, ay, sige, basahin niyo lang, nasa lecture. Ano, kailangan, walang personalan, yung respetuhin mo yung role o yung responsibilidad ng bawat isa. Yan. So, in other words, yung manager, hindi siya yung nagkakaroon ng bata-bata system. Yung close tayo, friends tayo, so tayo-tayo lang, tulungan, etc. Pag nag-resign ako, mag-resign ka. Pag pinalitan ako sa department, lilipat ako sa ibang department, dapat ikaw maging tamad ka kasi hindi na ako boss mo. Ayaw ni Max Weber yon. Kasi nga, when you're in the organization, you just function your responsibility. Galing ng management, no? Kaya nga iba-iba yung mag-isip yung BSBA graduate compared sa ordinary course. Kasi pinag-aaralan namin to. Kaya pag you would hire the best managers if they really understand the management system, if they study it. Why? Gaya nito. Nung supervisor ako sa call center, alam niyo, ang ginagawa ko ay I make sure that my employees understand that what I want them to do is part of the company's requirement. When I leave, they will still do that. I make sure. When I resign, I would be proud if they stay with the new boss and work as effective as when I was their boss. Totoo yan. Marami akong document dito sa bahay. Pagkita ko, best manager ako lagi based on employee survey. Why? Because I know I do not do politics sa office. I'm telling you this kasi life application approach ito. Ang kausap nyo ay totoong naging manager, supervisor, humawak ng organization, hindi by the book, 25 years. So, trabaho yun. Hindi rin ako teacher by nature. I'm a manager by nature. And I'm training you management style. So, Max Weber said, what? A formal organization structure where specific rules were followed was important. In other words, he didn't think that the authority should be based on a person's personality. Authority should be something that was part of a person's job. It's your job. And hindi lang yun. Dapat hindi lang iniisip ni manager na trabaho ito, kaya ginagawa ko ito. Yun mga employees niya, unawaan niya na yung inuutos ni boss, kaya mabait siya, kaya ganun structure niya, hindi dahil sobrang galing niya, kung hindi what? Ano siya? Part ng job responsibility. Yun, job description. Di ba? So, pag umalis siya, alam natin, susunod na boss, ganito din siya. Kasi hindi nangyayari, ano? Maraming politika. Lagi. So, no. This non-personal objective form of organization was called bureaucracy. Bureaucracy meaning meron specific functions ang bawat isa and they're just thinking according to their function. And the employees will work according to their function. Walang personalan yan. Like, you do your job, walang utang na loob yan kasi part ng trabaho. Max Weber yan. A well-defined hierarchy, all positions within the bureaucracy are structured in a way that permits the higher position to supervise and control the lower positions. This clear chain of command facilitates control and order throughout the organization. So, hierarchy, ayan, it's the role. Kaya manager ka, role mo yon, responsibility mo. Marketing ka, role mo yon, responsibility mo. Sumusunod ka sa CEO, role mo yan, responsibility mo. Ang CEO, sinasabi nito kasi bilang CEO, siya yung gano'n. Division of labor and specialization. According to Max Weber, all responsibilities in an organization are specialized so that each employee has the necessary expertise to do a particular task. Parang katulad ni Henry, no? May division of labor. Same principle. Let's go back to rules and regulation. Parang Henry pa rin. Standard operating procedures govern all organization activities. Siyempre, we follow rules. Simple. What else? Impersonal relationship between managers and employees. Managers should maintain an impersonal relationship with employees so that favoritism and personal prejudice do not influence decisions. Best managers do have favorites, but they do not use that favoritism to what? Not provide equality among his employees. Hindi mawawala yung favorite kasi may mabait at may mabait na accepted na employee. Nung quality manager ako, I handle around quality manager, 14 quality specialists, and 14 quality specialists handle approximately 4,000 employees. Dami na. Dami. Kaya hindi mawawala na meron kang mabait na employee. Pero, meron kang matigas na employee, pero ginagawa niya yung trabaho niya. Hayaan niya lang yun. Bilang 25 years of experience in management, that's me, ay meron din ako matigas na employee na promote ko kasi matigas ulo na way na lagi siya nangangatwiran. At nakikita ko yung side ng katwiran niya. Tama naman. Okay, meron times na matigas lang siya, no? Pero he can function as a manager, then it's okay. I promote those. They end up being the best managers. And the respect them towards me is like surpass. Kasi nakita nila, si Sir Jota, hindi. Kahit ang tigas ng ulo ko, nakita niya yung potential ko. So, pinagbigyan niya ako. Grabe to. Hindi niya naman personally. Ganun talaga. No favoritism. You have favorites, but in terms of equality of opportunities, there should be no prejudice. Your decision should not influence dahil mabase siya sa'yo. Ay, meron akong isang quality nun. Person. Sip-sip ng sip-sip sa akin, ng manager. Ngayon pala gusto niya maging ma-promote. Noong na-promote na siya, wala na siyang pakialam sa akin. See? Ano talaga taong ganun na lapit ng lapit sa'yo kasi may kailangan pero wala talagang pakialam sa'yo. So, naging, na-scam ka, nag-favorite ka, o in-scam ka. Parang hindi ako yung nag-promote nun kasi hindi ako nagpo-promote nun. So, ibang tao. Kasi hindi nga ako nagkakaroon ng may favorite ako pero pagdating sa skills, yun ang pinopromote. So, impersonal relationships. Competence, not who you know, should be the best. Kilala ko to. Lagi kong kasama. Siya dapat ma-promote. Papahanap ka. You know, in terms of being Max Weber, ito, classical management theories, you do what? Hire based on skills. Records meaning what? Documentation is important. Historical data is important for improvement. Okay, we're done. This is the summary. The idea structure characterized by division of labor, clear authority, hierarchy. Just run through it. It summarizes what I discussed. And develop a structure model. Bureaucracy is seen in many of today's large organizations. So nag-apply actually all the classical management are combination parang so applied economics, mixed economy. They're all used in a combination depending sa type of organization. Hey, almost 45 minutes, one session. Synthesis. Answer this personally. Check for learning. Would you rather work in a highly structured and hierarchical organization or a flexible and decentralized one? Siyempre, gusto mo yun. Yun na. Kayo. Sagutin niyo yan. Would you rather have a manager who focuses on strict control and supervision or one who encourages employees and empowerment and autonomy? Ibig sabihin, ano gusto mo? Diktator na manager o manager na pinagkakatiwalaan ka sa trabaho mo at alam niya na kaya mong gawin yung work. Would you rather work in a company that follows Taylor's scientific management principles or in a company that embraces Mayo? Okay. Human relations approach provides reasons for your search. So, sino gusto nyo sa tatlo? Yun lang. Ay, tapos na tayo. Saktong 45 minutes, oh. 45 minutes per class tayo, di ba? Oh, session to complete. Read the next topic. Stay safe and love learning. Ulit-ulitin yung video.